The greatest threat to our lovely planet Earth exists within us. We can be the change and stop global Goji warming. Wow, this thing looks amazing under these photography lights. Holy crap, look at how shiny he is.
ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Bandai Movie Monster Series Heat Ray Radiation version of Godzilla Earth. The second Movie Monster Series Goji figure, and the only, unfortunately, Movie Monster Series Goji Earth figure, all the others are Filius, first released all the way back in
April 2018.
And from the word go, this dude was impressive. Beautiful metallic paint, a somewhat new sculpt, and then some. Heat Ray Radiation Godzilla Earth quickly became one of my favorite Godzilla figures when it first released, so let's see if that still holds up. Spoiler alert, it totally does. Moving on to paint and detail, I'm just going to warn you all now. I love this figure a lot, and I haven't looked at it in a while, at least under lighting like this and with the camera, so expect me to kind of go off with this. Paint and detail-wise, this guy is just as beautiful, if not even more beautiful, than this standard Godzilla Filius Movie Monster Series release. The glitter is all there, the beautiful plant-like musculatures is all there. It's fantastic. I mean, just look at that. Oh my god. Look at these nuclear icebergs that he calls dorsal fins with the vein detail on them. Heck, forget the dorsal fins, look at the translucent blue back over here. It might be a very simple thing to do, but I am very much a sucker for the translucent blue vinyl with the metallic blue paint on it. This just looks so pretty. And I love that it starts so early on this figure and then comes to this beautiful climactic finish over here, moving into the tail over here where the details get a little bit of a back seat, but still look fantastic, at least until the tip of the tail. Normally I get very bent out of shape about no tip of the tail paint, but just looking at all of this paint on this figure right now, I really can't be upset. This is magnificent and easily one of the Movie Monster Series' better, more recent day releases, solely based on these dorsal fins. I love that you can still see the glitter and the dust, and I love that there's like this nice, pretty little fallout of the metallic paint that was spray painted onto it. I especially love even more that metallic spray paint is even coated on the back and the neck of Godzilla as well. And of course, that is going to be lovingly present on the opposite side of the figure as well. And since this is a heat ray variant, of course, we are going to have some alternate colors on the underbelly and sides of Godzilla. I love it on the neck. I love it on the shoulder blades of the newly sculpted arms. I love it on his big, earthy, girthy thighs over here. And I absolutely love it on his underbelly over here. Just look at those pecs, look at those abs. It's just so cool looking. And it really does just absolutely highlight all the details that went into this figure, especially on the thighs. I mean, take a look back. Yes, you can see all the details on the normal base color over here, but with this metallic sheen to it, it's just brought up to a brightness level of 2000. You can practically count all the little lines on there. Please don't ask me to do that, I don't want to. And the contrast of this metallic whitish blue into the darker blue, which is the base coat, is just so cool looking. And again, I love that you can still see all the glitter. There was so much worry that the glitter would come off over time, but as you can see, the only thing that's managed to come off and stay on of this figure is dust. And look at those tiny little blueberries he calls eyes. Beautifully, beautifully painted, not goopy. And look at that perfectly pronounced tongue in his mouth. Magnificent. I also really do love that he's got his little Goji Earth beard going on over here. And I also love just how near effortlessly the light travels through the teeth over here. Can you see that? Yeah, that just looks so cool, man. Another little paint-based detail that I truly, truly love is the deeper metallic blue for the fingernails and eventually the toes. I just love how obvious it is. Like, you can tell where it starts, you can tell where it stops in comparison to the base color that this figure was molded in. You know, Bandai didn't have to do this, and I'm so glad that they did, and I'm so glad that it's an obvious thing that you can see. Metallic blue toenail, basic foot. Metallic blue toenail, basic foot. It's great. Just one of the many little things on this figure that I just love. Honestly, I think it would have been even cooler if we could have gotten that on his little beard over here, or even on some of his teeth, but that's a little bit more on the precision side. Have I even managed to talk about detail at all in the past like 5 seconds? I don't know, but I love the detail on the dorsal fins over here. I love the veins. I love how they look like metallic leaves on his back. That is such a cool little detail that I feel just goes underappreciated. And although the details on these little dorsal leaves, as I like to call them, does take a bit of a nosedive once it gets to the tail, the metallic blue paint absolutely just makes up for it. I mean, just look at how beautiful and shiny this guy looks right here. In my hands, he looks amazing. And I love that from a distance, you can tell what's metallic and what's not. Fantastic. So as you guessed, paint and detail are going to get 2 solid stars. This is honestly just amazing. I would honestly love to see more metallic applications like this coming out of Bandai, and I would genuinely just like at least another Godzilla Earth figure coming out of Bandai. Come on, man, it's never too late for Scarlet Godzilla. But anyway, time for articulation. These newly sculpted arms over here, which are held a little bit tighter to Goji Earth's side over here, can in fact go all the way around like so. Both sides, as always. Both legs can go all the way around, yes. Yes. And believe it or not, this was one of the few modern-day Movie Monster Series figures with tail articulation. No glue seal. My. My word, how rude of me! I have to talk about his tag, and it's a rather cool-looking tag, to be completely honest. We have the poster for Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle, Godzilla 2018, Heat Ray Radiation version, Godzilla 2018, blah, 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 coolest Mechagodzilla design ever. And then we got the Godzilla dorsal leaves on the back with Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle, Bandai Movie Monster Series. And yeah, here's the inside of the tag. It's time to rebagel. Yes. Solid star in terms of paint, detail, and now articulation. Seriously, look at this guy. I'm not even looking at you guys. I'm looking at this. This is magnificent. But now it's time to take yet another little sidestep. Now, I don't think I need to explain what the differences between Godzilla Earth and Godzilla Filius' figures are, but I think I will anyway. Here is Filius. Here is Earth. The arms are different. The lower jaws are different, if you couldn't already tell from the clear seam around this guy's cheeks over here. Now, from point blank, the legs might not look more slouched or bent than these do, and even I'm having a hard time really discerning, but I feel like the major change here is probably in the body, because as you can see, this guy's just a bit taller than this guy, only by a bump of the head, and I think that's mostly due to this area over here being sculpted a little bit more forward instead of a little bit more straight up, and I think that's why this guy has this dude beating just forehead, but I could be reading too far into it. Paint-wise, the differences are very obvious. Still genuinely love how Filius was painted up by the Movie Monster Series. Oh. And the only other figure that I could really do a comparison with over here is the little Shokugan Ultraviolet Electric Sour Blueberry Goji. It's a Filius since he doesn't have the chin spikes, but the metallic blue on this guy, I feel, looks amazing. I would have loved if they did a Godzilla Earth like this, especially in that size. Bandai, please. Size comparison time, small, medium, large, and all related bits. It's sad that Bandai didn't give us more of Old Man Earth Goji. It seems after the poor performance of the anime trilogy, Toho and Bandai really pulled back the reins and did the bearish minimum. Which, again, sad. I'm a lover of the anime trilogy and its concepts and designs, and really would have loved to see a Scarlet Godzilla and then some come out of the series. But alas, nothing. At least I got the big boy. Now, of course, one lone loving boy was omitted from the size comparison portion because he is just such an amazing figure that I felt the need to do it via camera. The Bandai Master Detail version Satellite Scrap Mechagodzilla 4. Oh yes. Now, I will eventually be remaking his review at some point in time during the remakes arc of Rob's Godzilla Room reviews, but just look at these two together. Originally, I thought Mechagodzilla was a little too big for this, but honestly, they scale so well together. I don't mean to take any attention away from Goji Earth over here, but this Mechagodzilla design is so awesome, and it's a sham I would have bought head-on directly at release, but oh my god, I love it, man. I love it. And I also am just a sucker for the clashing of colors here. Yeah, Mechagodzilla is always this chromy silver, but that mixed with the metallic blue and everything, oh. Yeah, I know the anime trilogy ain't everybody's favorite thing to talk about, but just looking at these two together, man, I had to do it to you. I'm sorry. Honestly, I think the only reason they actually omitted Mechagodzilla from the movie is because they know for a fact that Mechagodzilla would have beat Goji Earth's ass. And of course, we can't have technology thwarting that of planet Earth now, can we? I genuinely have nothing much else to say, so here's one more final pose with the two anime boys charging up a day lasers. And that's about it. 3 solid stars for Global Goji Warming Godzilla Earth over here. Still one of my favorite modern day movie monster series figures from Bandai. I feel like they went very, very hard on this. I do so wish that Godzilla 3 Planet Eater, or The Planet Eater, would have featured a Godzilla to go along with their anime Ghidorah. But that didn't happen, and it likely won't ever happen. Sad. But I do so hope you enjoyed yet another remake for Rob's Godzilla Room Reviews. And I do so hope you'll all join me here on Monday, where I'll be talking about something Ultraman related, I think. I'm recording this way ahead of time, so yeah. See you then.